from clients because of what has been happening over the last month or so. How likely is that?
Well, the operating environment is very difficult, and one of the main risks at Deutsche Bank is their derivatives portfolio, which is about 50 billion notional value, and a significant piece of that is very illiquid, what we call type 3, level 3 assets. So when you're leveraged 25 to 1, any small hit to that portfolio can have a big impact on your capital and your earnings. And that's what we're seeing at Deutsche Bank, is concerns shifting from earnings power to funding to political.
So when you talk about the level 3 assets, that was really the talk over the weekend. And what kind of discount do you apply to that because it is so illiquid? Can you take us through the mechanics of, if they have a derivatives exposure of almost 50 trillion euros, sort of, if they need to discount that, what does that mean?
Well, I've been doing this for 35 years, and I'll tell you, there's one portfolio I still can't get my arms around, and that's a derivatives portfolio. And the disclosures have improved. But I defy any analyst out there to tell me what that portfolio is worth, particularly when you have 18 trillion of euros in level 3 assets. Mm-hmm. Those, by definition, are assets that have no observable market price. So you can't really tell what those are valued at.
The level 3 assets clearly in focus and a lot of uncertainty, but the question we ask on a program like this is incredibly difficult to answer, is whether it's priced. If you're trading at a quarter of book value at the moment, surely that's priced to some extent.
Yeah, I mean, the stock price is reflecting the uncertainty of what level of capital is going to be required to restore the balance sheet to health. And the funding issues are asking questions about which level and tranche of creditor is going to have to take a hit to replace that capital. I don't know if you can bring up the iTraxx senior financial European CDS spread. But what I like about that is it's made up of 30 plus European financial companies, all equally weighted. And if you can pull that up and put in a 14, 21, and 55-day moving average, you'll see we're starting to accelerate towards a spread widening trade in all of those European financial indices. And it's very similar to the setup we had in December ahead of the January-February sell-off in financial stocks this year, and similar to what we saw ahead of Brexit. So it's not just a Deutsche Bank issue, it's a European bank issue.
So Charles, this is my question. It's a simple one. How did we get to this point? I feel like we're back in 2008, 2009, talking about derivatives and not being able to price them. We don't know what the value is. I thought we were going to clean some of that up. How could Deutsche Bank be in that position today?
Well, as you know, the German leaders have questioned how a bank who blames speculators, for what's happening to their stock price is in the business of speculating with their derivatives portfolio. The European system was slow in recapitalizing and dealing with their balance sheet problems. I think the U.S. banks have done a much better job than that. But the political problems are now, that it's hard to provide state aid, particularly in Germany, when you argued aggressively against providing state aid in Italy or Portugal or Greece.